Welcome, everybody, to the first Panda Time podcast. I don't know who's going to be listening to it on their pod, but
I didn't even know we were calling it that.
but I don't like. But I guess that's more or less is what it's called. I mean, we're talking, you're listening, so
There you go.
okay. So
Who are we?
who are you?
It's-
I've never met this guy before.
I'm Saberkick.
That's
at,
me.
at saberkick.com.
Well, what's my partner's dumb name? Carson Vox.
Yes, Carson VOX
Okay.
OOX.
Yeah. Okay. Double. No, it's one.
I know. That makes me feel like a secret agent.
Okay, whatever. But anyway, the topic for today is the PlayStation 4 versus the Xbox One.
This is just the topic of the whole internet right now.
Yes, it is. Like, I mean, while I'm bored at work, all I do is watch YouTube videos, and it's been extremely overpopulated with Xbox One this, Xbox One that.
And we're just adding to it.
Yes, we are, because we're money whores.
We have no shame.
Yeah, well, the Xbox reveal was, what 2 days ago?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, by the time this is up, it might be 3 days ago. But what we're going to do today is we're going to break down both systems and help people render out a decision. Granted, this is pre-E3. Pre-E3?
Pre-3.
Pre-3.
Pre-3PO.
Okay, but maybe this will help us render out our own decisions.
I want the record to show I saw both reveals for the PlayStation 4 conference and the Xbox One. You know a lot more about these systems than I do. I basically don't know as much, like nearly.
Okay, well, you know what I do at work. I'm bored. I did my homework.
Yeah.
And if I mess up, forgive me.
Yeah, we did some research on it.
A little bit. So why don't we start off with the hardware for the systems? At the Xbox reveal, they actually showed the box. And at the PlayStation 1, they didn't. And a lot of people were a little upset about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Xbox One, it kind of looked like a VCR. Like
It kind of reminded me of God, I can't think of it. Never mind. Skip. Go.
Okay, all right.
Skip me.
Okay, but it looked pretty slick though.
Yeah.
And I only hope the PlayStation 1 looks slick as well, nice and black. I like the black. I may have the white PlayStation because hey, it's pretty sick.
It's black. It's slick.
Yeah. Okay. Don't run your fingers through your hair. Okay, but I think. Well, not I think. I'm pretty sure that the PlayStation 4 is just overall a more powerful system. And this may be wrong, but from what I hear through the grapevine, aka YouTube and Google, that the PS4 has a stronger processor than the Xbox One, running at 2 gigahertz as opposed to Xbox 1.6.
Has the 1.6 been confirmed yet?
I'm not entirely sure, but that's what's going around in the loop. But I hear that the Xbox makes 6 passes while the PlayStation makes 4. I'm not sure how that's going to affect it. They both have the same amount of RAM. They both have 8 gigabytes.
Yeah.
And the Xbox One uses DDR3 while the PS4 uses DDR5. DDR5 has a higher bandwidth. So, you know, imagine the exclusives on that thing.
What will the higher bandwidth allow for that system?
Higher processing. Like it'll maximize the processing ability.
Okay, so it'll just be able to handle more things happening at once.
Yeah. Think of it this way: whenever you build a PC and you use your RAM, it's typically DDR3. But with your graphics card, I prefer DDR5 because it has a much higher bandwidth. It can handle more.
Yeah.
DDR3 is quicker for smaller processing. It gets it there quicker. And if you remember, whenever they were switching back and forth between applications at the Xbox reveal,
yeah,
it was very snappy.
I thought that was pretty good, but you always got to consider because it never runs as smoothly once you get it at home. Like, it always looks good at the conference. They make it look good.
Oh, like that T-shirt that you get at the store?
Yeah, exactly. You just look fat.
Right? Like,
you bring it home.
My belly button wasn't sticking out at the gap.
Yeah, exactly. Why didn't I grow muscles like all the Abercrombie models?
Right.
Oh my God, there's a big spider.
Well, oh man. Okay, well he's not.
That's a big spider.
He's not part of the conversation, so screw him.
Fuck that spider.
Dropping the F-bomb already. Anyway,
I'm sorry, put a bleep in there.
Nah.
Don't put a bleep in there.
Well, also with the hardware comes the controller. And this one...
40 design changes, I hear.
This one, like, it really depends on where you like your thumbsticks.
I use an Xbox controller for whenever I'm playing games on Steam.
Okay, like I love how the Xbox controller is plug and play with Windows.
It's awesome.
And what's that program that you have to use with the PS3 controller, like Motion and Joy and the, what's it called?
DS3 tool.
DS3 tool. DualShock 3 tool. That's what it means.
Yeah.
It's doable, but I love how the Xbox One is plug and play because, you know, Microsoft, Windows, yada yada.
Yeah, I actually like the DS3 tool. Like on, I have something similar for when I'm running OS, and that always worked really well.
Well, the Xbox controller also works with that. That's how you can customize how you want to do it.
Oh, I've had trouble hooking up the Xbox controller. I just usually switch to PS3.
Well, with the PS3 controller, there's that new touchpad on the front, and it's replacing start and select. What is that gonna do?
I have no clue. I mean, it's not like it's big.
Well, like, is it a pad? Is it a screen? Is there lights? What does it do? Like, they showed it to us.
I haven't seen a screen image like on it, like the Wii U's.
Well, you mean the huge, like the iPad?
Yeah,
thing?
like,
well, that's apples and oranges.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't think it'll be. From what it looks like, it doesn't look like it'll be anything like that.
Well, the PS3's controller, PS3 and PS4, put them side by side. Big difference. The 360 and the Xbox One controller, looks a little more sleek. I don't see a lot of changes on the outside. The battery is now built in rather than having to use a battery pack.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty much like using a wired controller from the Xbox 360, but now it's wireless with the Xbox One.
Yeah, but I don't know. I always thought it was funny because whenever it switched to Xbox 360, the controllers from the original Xbox got a huge change. You know, just they're worlds apart from the original Xbox to the Xbox 360. Just do you remember the original Xbox controllers?
I had a PS2.
There was a black and a white button.
A black and a white button?
A black and a white button.
Smooth move, Microsoft.
Well, it kind of resembled like old PC controllers that you'd buy in the early 2000s. You know, the ones that, you know, so you can play.
They were called game pads.
Yeah, they were just called game pads made by Logitech.
Oh, I remember Logitech.
Yeah. I got a Logitech keyboard upstairs.
Yeah, they make good keyboards and mouses too.
Oh, yeah.
Mouses, mice, both. Well,
computer accessories.
Well,
you see that spider?
No, I don't.
I'm barefoot and I don't want. Do
Well,
not like spiders.
With the new PS3 controller, there's that light on it. Is that going to be integrated with Move? Are they taking the 6-axis feature and actually integrating it into games? Because I know it already exists, but who uses it?
Oh, you mean when you're using Move?
Yeah,
you're using the controller?
well, like even on the PS3, when you tilt it,
yeah.
Who does it? Like whenever you play Journey, did you ever do that, or just use a thumbstick?
Oh god, Journey was bad. Like I wanted to turn it off.
You didn't like Journey?
No, Journey was an awesome game.
Okay, come on.
Let me clarify this.
Clarify the hell out of it.
Okay, Journey, awesome game. I love a game where you just jump and float. That's all I do when I play Gary's mod. But when I couldn't like lay back with the controller. I put my controller behind my head sometimes because I'm lazy.
Guitar Hero.
Yeah, I just put it behind my head because I'm lazy. But it would change the camera view, and I hated that. I couldn't turn it off.
You can't turn it off?
In the demo, you can't. I haven't purchased the game yet.
The demo was all I needed. But I want to see what they're going to do with that light. Hopefully they bring it up at E3. Because I don't know if a lot of people are going to use that. Well, it's going to differentiate who's first player, second player, rather than just a small little light with 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Is it going to be distracting? Or I don't know. But one thing I do know that the PlayStation is changing is instead of analog, their buttons are now digital. So it doesn't matter how hard you press anything. It's just click and done, click and done.
Yeah, I don't know, but there was something about digital controllers. Like, in my perfect world, we would still have analog controllers.
Well, it's not the direction things are going.
No, it's not. But
You saw how beta tapes went.
I'm an old fogey, I guess.
I'm 2 years older than you.
I know, and I'm like only 20, but I feel like an old fogey.
Yeah, that gives away both our ages. Well, rumored the Xbox controller is supposed to feel equally, if not more, amazing than the current generation controller. I think that's why a lot of people stick with Xbox. They love the controller. They love the playability of the games.
Yeah.
Like currently, I think when it comes entertainment-wise, that the PS3 is a superior console. But people say that the Xbox plays games better.
Yeah, I've heard that too, and I have an Xbox and a PS3, but I have very few games that are cross. I have on each console. I think I got Soul Calibur 4. I've got Sonic 06. And that game's just bad to play on any console.
And how? Well, controller-wise, I think it's just really where you like your thumbsticks.
Yeah, and really, if I had any lean towards anywhere, it would be the PS3 controller. Simply because with the D-pad and the buttons kind of in the same place, it reminds me of the classic controllers, like the Super Nintendo controller.
That's one thing PS3 always had on top of 360. The directional pad was better.
I'd never used a directional pad on the Xbox.
Well, you don't really use it that much, but it is better. And then I believe Microsoft fixed that with the new controller, so kudos to them.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough pictures. Moving from controllers, Move and Connect.
Well, Move, I don't know that's going to be a selling point. I'm not sure if the current generation Move controllers are going to be compatible with the new Move.
If not, there's going to be a lot of people who spent money.
Well, if you remember the demonstration, the controllers looked similar, if not the same. And I do like how PlayStation, some games are Move required, just like Kinect, and some are Move compatible. And I don't think Xbox games have games that are compatible with Kinect. I think they're made for Kinect.
Yeah, no, we were starting to talk about that earlier. No, that was something that was just upsetting about Kinect. And I never liked Kinect. I personally think it was $150 so that your kid can stare at the screen and look dumb while he runs in place. That's what it came down to.
Yeah, but what they have Kinectimals?
Yeah,
where you could like have a tiger.
Yeah, everyone just wanted a piece of Nintendogs.
Well, I thought it was kind of cool how in Paranormal Activity 4 they had the Kinect to watch the ghosts.
I never saw Paranormal Activity 4.
Spoilers. Okay. Well, with PlayStation Move, I don't know if that's really going to be a selling point. I know that the camera is going to come with the system, and with the Xbox, I'm pretty sure that the Kinect is also going to come with it as well. And there's supposed to be a 1080p camera that comes with it.
Yeah. It
can track around 6 people, I think, and it's said to be highly improved, like human tracking. Like there's more joints and stuff that it can track, and it's just supposed to be great. And
yeah, they showed a lot of stripped down parts of it.
Like but with the previous Kinect on the 360, a lot of people complained about lag.
Oh God, that was bad lag.
And with PlayStation, there was virtually none. There was more to do with it. Like I remember playing House of the Dead with it. House of the Dead was great on PlayStation Move. It's an arcade game I used to play with the movie theater all the time.
Yeah, I remember the Sega game.
Sega. Oh yeah, Sega made it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's made by Sega. House of the Dead. Yeah, the zombie Time Crisis.
Yeah, well, the version of Time Crisis they have on Move, it's like everything's automatic and it's not even hard.
Yeah.
But Time Crisis was good at the arcade. I like that game.
Oh yeah, Time Crisis 3. Ooh.
Do you think Kinect will be required? If it comes in the box, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be.
Well, if you look at the Xbox 360, like how the home page has just been set up. When you turn on your Xbox, it's already Kinect compatible. They're really trying to push it.
Well, think about this. Take Move and take Kinect. Strip them away from the console. Does that make a difference in which one you're going to buy?
Well, I haven't seen what the home menu is going to be for PlayStation, so it's really tough to make. I'm not a fan of Windows tiles, personally.
Me neither, but everything they really did at the conference had something to do with Kinect. What about if you just want to play a game?
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely got the feel the PlayStation was kind of pushing more towards gaming.
Yeah, they really, I think they gave gamers what they wanted at the PlayStation conference. And I think Xbox gave whoever likes Netflix what they want.
Xbox gave the difference between dogs in one game and dogs in another.
Dogs in another. Well, when it comes to motion tracking and stuff like that, I think Xbox is great with the new Kinect if you want to like speak to your Xbox.
Yeah, okay, while we're on that though, you can't look cool speaking to your Xbox. You look dumb.
Xbox on.
Xbox on. Xbox activate.
Go to XXX.com.
You know, I could just press these buttons in the time it would take me to say
Yeah,
it.
like I like pressing buttons. I don't know. Maybe
Buttons don't work according to Xbox.
But I'm pretty sure that the camera for the Move and Kinect are going to come in the box along with the system. But also, I hear that a headset is going to come with the PS4. Because if you remember the conference, they were really pushing social gaming. They were really pushing that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and with the Xbox, is it just going to be the system and the Kinect? Is that it?
Well, what if I had a thought. Would you use the microphone at all that comes with the Kinect?
Well, there's no
gameplay?
there's no way you could. What about your TV volume?
Yeah, that's true.
That's people who take their PlayStation Move Eye and use it as a microphone. Those are the most annoying people to play with online.
Yeah,
because of all the feedback.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we might have to move on.
Who's we?
Oh wait, no, never mind.
What are you talking about?
The headset. We were talking about the headset.
Yeah, the headset. People would complain that PlayStation 3 online, that the audio quality was inferior to Xbox. And you know what? There may be some truth to that.
I've always thought that
because people have those little BS Bluetooth headsets, and
oh god, those
they were meant for chat only.
Those were a bad idea.
I evolved to Turtle Beach, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are evolving to get gaming headsets.
The headset that comes with the PS3 definitely not a selling point for me because I already have the headsets. We have multiple headsets.
Yeah,
and I don't want a headset strictly for. Will it only be usable for the PlayStation 4?
If it's a Sony product, then probably. Well, I don't. Well, you mean like if you can use it on your computer? Or
something?
I
use it on my computer? Can I get on Minecraft and chat up the homies?
That's yet to be said.
And it's.
But look at the look. I would call us slightly more experienced gamers than some, and a headset is very necessary for us. What about the kid who just likes to play video games, doesn't have a headset? And this is giving him the opportunity to be social while playing games.
Then bad idea because there are a lot of annoying people who play games.
Yes, but you gotta love that mute button.
Like, yeah, that's what I don't like about. I used to talk to people all the time. Let's backtrack 6 years ago. Halo 3. I would talk with everyone. We'd be working as a team. I'm playing Call of Duty now, and it's just. Turn your fucking music off.
Well, like, if I'm like, oh, they're capping B. Shut up, punk.
Yeah,
dude, I'm trying to help you. Like, I'm going for the win.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of one of those things, about video games have jumped. Call of Duty sold more copies everywhere. Everyone's playing it, and generally, just as a whole, I don't want to talk to everyone while playing a game.
Speaking of Call of Duty, I hear that Microsoft and Activision are still in a deep embrace, touching each other's butts.
I was going to say that. I was going to say they're holding each other's wieners.
Yes, and the Xbox will continue to get downloadable content and everything else first. Is that fair?
I don't know what their contract specifies, what the deal that they have with
we
them
get
is.
it first. You buy our system.
But honestly, I don't. It's not a big deal for me.
Well, if you don't play COD solely, then I don't think it's gonna matter to you. But I like to play every now and then, and I just recently got Uprising, and so even if I wanted to,
Recently, we got it like seriously. I downloaded it 2 minutes after it came out.
Okay, but it was not long ago, and
Yeah.
so like take a guy who has a PS3, and he wanted to put something on YouTube. He's old news.
Yeah, that's true. Well, then I guess, well, with the kind of how YouTube community is going, with everyone and their grandmother has a gaming channel. Unfortunately, subscribe.
Give that why don't you click that like button?
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone and their grandma, welcome to Granny's gaming channel.
Welcome to Grandma Gaming. Today I'm going to be knitting a sweater.
Virtual sweater.
Yeah, virtual sweater using my Xbox Kinect.
Well, speaking of grannies, what
They're
about?
speaking of grannies.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you appreciate my segue. Speaking of old things, used games. Okay.
Why we gotta go?
PlayStation. Look, I think they want to do it.
That's what I've heard, and the consoles aren't compatible with the actual discs of the games.
No. They will not read them.
Gay.
Well, no. Used games or backwards? You talking about backwards compatibility?
Yeah.
No. You just use games, like use games on the next generation.
All right.
Like you go to GameStop and you sell it. And looks like Sony wants to be a part of this, but Microsoft, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. You may have to pay a fee in order to activate it. I don't know what the deal is.
Ew. God, why do we have to pay a fee to play games that we buy?
It's a business.
It's a bad business.
Well, this isn't solidified. More at E3. We have to see what they're going to say. But as of right now, it doesn't look good for Microsoft. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't want to have to pay a fee to play a game that I went and got used. I don't know how GameStop is going to handle that. I don't know how used game outlets are going to handle that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's that kind of comes with pushing us into the digital era, how everything is a digital download and you got to get Xbox Live this, buy your games off the marketplace. It's killing that industry.
Is there going to be like something imprinted on the disc? Is there going to be a code? Is it linked to your gamer tag? What's going on?
Yeah, what was it that we read? How many GameStops were being closed just in the state of Texas?
It was plenty.
That was a lot.
Oh, not only have you told them our age, but that now they know where we live.
Go ahead and come find us. It's the second biggest state.
What, compared to Alaska?
Yeah.
They got Sarah Palin there.
Yeah, no one wants to go find us.
But what you were talking about, backwards compatibility.
Yes.
PlayStation also wants in on that. They have a partnership with a company called Gaikai. And it looks like there's going to be cloud streaming of classic games. It might be greatest hits, like the one that you would see with the red bar above it. I don't know if it will be all of them or just like their certified classics.
So will it kind of be like the Nintendo store whenever on my 3DS?
The virtual console?
The virtual console, yes.
Well, they do have older games on there, but it's not all of them, just the smash hits.
Yeah. Well, they have a lot of them. Like it grows very slowly is the problem I have with it.
Well, I'm not sure exactly how that's going to go. I would like to see more from Sony and Gaikai towards that. But backwards compatibility for the Xbox, no, and no. It's as far as we know, no.
I still play Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the original Xbox on my 360.
Microsoft, do the right thing.
Please
do the right thing. I may have a PlayStation now, but I mean, with your performance at the conference, it blew me away. Give me a reason to buy your system.
Bill Gates, I buy something from you at least once every 2 years. Do the right thing, bro.
Bro?
He owes us.
Okay, whatever. But what about the software on these consoles? Starting with Sony's. I mean, you know how I said before that they're bringing like social media into gaming. They want you to be social. They want you to talk to people. They want your friends in on it.
Yeah.
What they're going to be doing is they're making sharing your gameplay easy. I think that Microsoft said that they have a DVR built in their console along with Sony. I'm not sure how much gameplay it can handle. I'm not sure if it'll do 1080p.
Yeah, I just heard that as a rumor. Has it been confirmed?
Yeah, they said it at the conference.
Oh, nice. I must have missed that.
Yeah,
part.
you must have missed it.
I must have gone to the bathroom.
Right? And there's a DVR going to be built in. It's going to make it easy. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work, but Sony is really placing an emphasis on social gaming. And one thing that I really, really like from them is with the little camera, I think you can have like your buddy in the top right-hand corner or something, and you can talk to each other, and the headset's going to come with it, so it's going to be easy. And you can virtually hand your controller to them if you're stuck on a level, and you can watch them play your game from their console on your you watch them on your TV playing your game on your console from their TV. That sounded very confusing, but I got it right the second time.
Very good. Good job, sir. You know what this really means? Like, do you know the implications of this camera?
What?
We can have chat roulette on Xbox.
I would not. I'd really rather not.
Just like playing Call
I
of
actually
Duty.
found somebody cool on chat roulette one time.
You play? Did you really?
Yeah, it was like a couple.
I've never been on chat roulette. All I know is that you
Don't go.
I was saying
Don't.
It's like you.
Go.
All I know is you click it and then you see a man's wiener.
Oh, there's so many wieners.
I saw something. It was like Omegle Beam or whatever.
Omegle. How do you? What is it?
Yeah, it was something like that. Like
yeah, whatever. But Sony's main thing with their software is they want your friends in on it with you. And all I saw from Xbox is our Kinect can do this.
they're making a very big assumption. They assume we have friends. We don't have friends.
I don't even like this guy.
God, if it wasn't for the fact that we do this, I wouldn't even talk to you.
And, well, with the software on the Xbox side, are the games that you get going to be installed onto your hard drive? And I heard something about them being saved to the cloud, where they're really switching to cloud computing.
Yeah,
and if you go to your friend's house, you can play your game on their Xbox without bringing a physical copy. I'm not sure if Sony's going to do that.
Well, I would assume that you still have to download the game.
Yeah, well,
on their console.
But one thing that Sony really emphasized is how quick you would be able to play a game. Is bandwidth going to be good enough to stream a game?
Just through the console?
Well, like through the cloud, stream a game through the cloud. Is bandwidth that good today?
You know, I think it is, but it also comes down to what people have at home.
Yeah.
And that's what's causing,
Yeah, that's why the always-on rumor with the Xbox pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, the majority, I'm going to just throw out a number. I would say probably more than half of people who play online gaming have a shit connection. 3 megabits.
Did we even get a definitive answer whether or not the Xbox is going to be always on? Because they said something about leaving it up to the developers, but was there anything else?
Yeah, no, I remember those.
Was that in stone? No?
I don't know yet. It may be.
Well, one thing they did do right is integrating the Xbox with TV and Skype.
I thought the Skype was cool. Skype is what I'm definitely looking forward to. If I could Skype people from my TV and Xbox, awesome. 5 stars.
Yeah, but you saw how they did it, and the screen would... The game itself would get smaller.
Yeah.
Or I think you can do this while watching TV as well, and it would get smaller, push it off to the left, and have that old snap mode feature like it does on Windows, and it would be on the right side of the screen or left side, whatever. But with Sony's on the PlayStation 4, can't you have the little picture-in-picture thing with your friend's face in the top right-hand corner of the screen and still have your game full screen? Is that wrong?
Well, when you say friend's face, you have to assume they're close enough. And chances are they're not. Like, whenever we saw the guy on Skype, remember they showed him on the little corner? You couldn't see him. He was, way back there on his couch.
I guess this opens it up. With the PlayStation, you could only talk with somebody else who was playing their PlayStation.
Yeah.
With Skype, and it could be on their iPad, on their phone, on their computer.
Exactly. That's awesome.
Okay, I will give Credit where credit is due.
I could call you on your Xbox from my phone.
Please don't.
I will.
No. But Kinect made this thing really cool. Because you know how you could take it and make it an arm motion, no one's going to be able to see it. But you could grab the screen, bring it in, expand it, retract it.
Yeah.
All that stuff. And in the menu, you could like swipe and it would go.
Yeah.
And you could talk to it. Xbox, TBS, Xbox, MTV. And that's the Kinect hearing you, right?
Yes, it is the Kinect. I wonder how much better it will be, because the Kinect microphone, honestly, it like right now in current generation, it's not good.
I'm not gonna feel cool talking to my console.
That's like I said earlier. You don't look cool. You shouldn't feel cool talking to your console. It's just obnoxious.
I feel like when it comes to the software, it's geared on the Xbox. That is geared towards the average person, and they left the gamers behind.
Yes, and my theory for this is because E3 is so close. That
Maybe they just gave us a taste?
Yeah, like it was only an hour long, while the PlayStation one was what? Two hours?
PlayStation gave you what you wanted, though. They showed a lot of games.
Yeah, they did. I think that's kind of what their focus was. They didn't talk much about the actual system
speaking
specs.
of games, whenever exclusives come into play...
Ooh, yeah, let's get on exclusives.
Yeah, exclusives. Infamous.
Oh, God.
Infamous.
Infamous Second Son.
And little...
Good.
Yeah, well, there's a new Little Big Planet? Or...
There's always going to be a new
Oh,
Big
okay,
Planet.
well, okay, yeah.
I don't remember them saying
No,
anything.
we might see more at E3, but for those out there who like shooters, the new Killzone.
Yep, Killzone.
And did Xbox bring anything up about an exclusive other than the Halo live action TV series?
That I think they would mention something. It was like Quantum something.
And I don't think it was the entire game for the next FIFA. I think there might have been a feature or something having to do with FIFA that was exclusive to the Xbox One.
Yeah. Oh, remember the NFL?
The NFL partnership like with fantasy football and all that jazz.
I am hoping that you'll be able to watch 3D football through your Xbox One.
That's one thing PS3 does, and I'm pretty sure PS4 will carry on with, but I doubt Microsoft will come out with anything 3D.
That's disappointing.
Is that a con for you?
It's not a con because I think a good game doesn't need 3D. I mean, 3D is cool. 3D is fun. But for movies, yeah. But I do think 3D, I can take it or leave it. It can just be obnoxious.
That the frame rate really gets chopped in half, and with
these new systems,
I cannot play zombies in 3D.
No, but
effectively.
No, but it's something fun to try. I like the option.
Yeah, after you've been drinking for a little bit, it turns out really well. Not really, but you think it looks cool while you're doing it.
Oh yeah.
And whenever it comes right down to it, how much money are we going to be spending on these consoles?
I am going to go ahead and put a footnote. I am thinking lowest $350.
See, I don't even think it's going to be that low. I'm going to say the base is going to be $450.
I'm just saying, like, the lowest I would expect to see it would be $350, no lower.
Well, I think they could.
Basic.
I think they could. I don't know if there's going to be more than one model, because from what I hear, the hard drives are going to be base 500 gigabyte. And if games are being installed to the hard disk, is 500 gigabytes enough?
Absolutely not. But let's be honest here. This is Sony and Microsoft. There's going to be multiple models. There's one every year.
Yeah, but for launch.
There's always... Oh, not always.
Come on, you can still get the 4 gigabyte Xbox, and that's a joke.
Yeah, you can.
That's a joke.
That's the one they give out at prom.
What's the... Yeah, that's... what's the base model PS3 these days? 250? 320?
I think the new ones that they make, I think lowest is 160.
And I think the original PlayStation 3, it went 20, 40, 60, 80, something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then we started getting higher, but Xbox still makes the little pansy 4 gigabyte one.
I still have my 12 gig hard drive.
12 gig, and now I think they have 250 and 500, but it took them a long time to get there.
Yeah.
Are they playing catch up with Sony whenever it comes to storage space, or do you think they learned their lesson?
Well, it's also important to remember that Xbox launched 360 launched a year before PS3. So PS3 had a lot of time to kind of
Combat them?
Yeah, they had a long time to make their move. While these two are coming out side by side, which is why it's so much of a debate.
Well, you know what we were talking about earlier, whenever it comes to playing games on the Xbox compared to the PlayStation 3, that people would think that the playability on the Xbox is better. And I hear that Sony changed the way that their games are being made and the way they're being developed. And so it might be more similar to the way that Microsoft does their games. I hope to see a playability increase on the PlayStation. And if we say that Microsoft learned their lesson with storage capacity, hopefully Sony learned their lesson whenever it comes to coding a game.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really cared for the way that PS3 encrypted.
On zombies again, some people would think that the blue light on the mystery box was a little brighter on the Xbox than it was on the PS3. And I've never really paid attention to it, but I've heard it from multiple sources.
I wouldn't know.
So, as of right now, which console is looking better to you?
To me personally?
To you personally.
Taking it all in, and I hope it changes at E3, because I didn't get to see any games for Xbox, really. So, as of right now, PlayStation 4 is taking it for me.
PlayStation 4 is looking good.
I'm looking so forward to playing their games that they showed.
PlayStation 4 is looking fantastic for the gamer. Xbox One is looking fantastic for anybody who enjoys Netflix or Hulu.
Anyone whose Blu-ray player breaks and you also want to just kind of upgrade, Xbox One.
And if you want to feel like a doofus and talk to your Xbox while people are knocking at your door.
Any final thoughts?
I want to see more from both of them. Right now, PS4 is in the lead for me, and I really think that the price of the two systems is going to be a deciding factor which one people will go with.
Very nice final thought.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to see maybe 400. I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely going to see more at E3.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back, and if we learn anything new, discuss that. Dispel anything that rumor-wise, maybe something that we weren't quite sure of, or maybe we just flat out got wrong.
Yeah, cover our ass.
Yeah, we'll cover our ass. This is not the last time.
We don't mean to be wrong, and if we are, we're sorry.
Yeah, but I think that right now, Sony's a little further ahead, but the race is still young. We have the rest of the year to figure out which one we want until drop.
And it's a kind of interesting thought that I had on it. Looking at both of these consoles and what they're kind of going towards, it's kind of been pushing me more and more to just switch to straight up PC gaming.
The thing is, PC, it's the war of the consoles, not the war of the PC.
Yeah.
And
I think that's a different topic.
That's a different topic entirely.
For another day.
This is the war of the consoles.
PS4 versus Xbox One.
Well, let's see who will come out on top. We'll know more after E3, I guess.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, catch you guys next time in a couple weeks. 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. After E3.
Yeah, you'll catch us.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. I was salutation.
Salutation.
Okay, yeah. Let's go and say your name.
I'm Carson VOX.
And I am Saberkick. And thanks for sticking around. See, we tried to do the same time.
We tried to do, we did different ones, but
okay.
The same exact
You
time.
say yours.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for sticking around.
I like yours.
Thanks.